When I was on playing Scrabble, I met a guy named Jones Mark, which the name was absolutely ridiculous. He got all the right moves on the game, though. He started chatting and told me he was a soldier in the army and he was deployed to Yemen and single. His wife cheated on him with his best friend. I said, "So you're divorced?" He said, "We're separated," and was looking for love. I told him, "So you're a married man wanting to date?" He said, "No, he's not married." I said, "So you're divorced?" And he said, "No." I said, "Well, you said you're separated. That means you're still married." He tried to change the subject, but I kept going back to him being married. He said I was being pushy, and I told him that's how I roll, and I wanted to know why a married man in the military is talking to women online. He told me he was divorcing, but due to deployment, he can't sign his contract to divorce until he returns home. He then told me he hated his cheating wife. I told him to go home and divorce her then, and then think about dating online. And by this time I knew he was fake. I had no doubt in my mind what he was trying to do. He then demanded my phone number, saying it was unsafe to chat here while he was deployed. I said to him, "Well, you're playing Scrabble, you've been chatting here all this time, you have social media, and now you're saying it's unsafe. Well, you've likely already been caught as you've been online for nearly an hour. We can just chat here since you're already in trouble." He told me I was a wicked woman and evil. He told me to never speak to him again. I blocked him finally, but thought it was fun how they get so defensive when you question them, but they can question you night and day, and you're expected to respond. Story 2. I met Mark online as he replied to a comment I made on a crafting video. He said my comment intrigued him and caught his attention. He then sent me a message saying my intelligence, grace, and beauty had got him so attracted to me. I told him my comment was "glitter gets all over the place." How is that an intelligent and attractive comment? Are you in kindergarten? He then babbled on about him being a widow. His wife died in a car crash, and I told him she should have worn a seatbelt or hired a driver because she clearly couldn't drive. He then agreed and said he has a lovely daughter of 9 years old. I told him I don't want to raise no one's kid and I'm not buying her anything. He then said okay and asked if I'm single. I told him no, I have a rich husband who owns hotels in Dubai, and we're about to leave for his yacht. He then asked me if I cheat on my husband. I told him of course, I have many men all around the world, and asked him if he wants to be number 75. He said yes, and we need to get to know ourselves more better. I told him I know myself just fine, and that he should get to know himself better because he's using a stolen picture of Dr. Pinto, and I'm sick of seeing his photos. He told me he was Dr. Pinto, but in a special protection program to stop people from using his pictures, he had to change his name to Mark Jones. I told him that he broke the first rule of special protection, and he spilled the beans about his real identity. Well, he said he trusted me to keep his secret. I told him you shouldn't trust a stranger, and I already let the CIA know you broke cover. He blocked me, but what a fun 10 minutes that was. We'd like to thank these two people for sharing their funny encounters with online scammers. While we like to share a lot of different stories, sometimes it's fun to share ones where scammers are just called out for what they are. If you'd like to share your encounter, whether it be a funny one or whether it be a more serious one, you can find us on Facebook under the page Scamming Scammers Action, or drop us an email, scammingscammers@gmail.com. Give us some time to verify if you're sharing a story where you lost money, and then we will narrate your story into a video. And remember, we welcome all types of stories, whether they're funny encounters or more serious ones. Thanks for listening. Take care.